Lario and Tasha here.
You dig.
BrunchxBesties episode...
Whatever.
Something.
It's my birthday.
This is indeed Tasha's birthday.
It's my birthday episode, y'all. I'm so excited. Tell me happy birthday. Cash at me $1.
Not cash at me $1.
Whew. Anyways.
She's decided to tap into her Mexican, non-Mexican roots and make us some breakfast burritos.
You dig.
But really all I've been eating is these potatoes. Since it's delicious.
You know I'm not gonna make a potato, girl.
Do. Okay, go ahead.
Alright. So today we're talking about starting over. And I kind of just want to talk about this because starting over usually has a negative connotation associated with that. So let's just talk about that, because starting over doesn't necessarily have to be negative when you're thinking about it. Like as far as school or like your career or something like that, it's never too late for you to go back to school. Like I have been to college graduations and I've seen people grandmas graduate and I'm still not finished with school, and that just motivated me to like keep on going. So like it's nothing wrong with starting over. Everybody does stuff at their own pace, you know. And I think at this day and age that we're at with social media, we're in a hurry to start our life in like certain aspects. So we see other people accomplishing things and we feel like we're not there yet. But everybody has their own path. You know, you can't look at other people doing whatever that they're doing and just say, I'm not where I'm supposed to be, because everything happens for a reason. So it's a reason why you're not there yet. You know? So.
Yeah. I feel like for me personally, this 2020 has been like a complete reset for me, and I've been kind of getting used to that. You know, like I started off 2020 in a completely different place to where I am now. I have a house, whole new living situation. I have a car. I used to literally Uber and Lyft everywhere and was perfectly fine with it too. I didn't even think nothing of it. I'm in a completely new relationship, completely new dog, whole new roommate. Everything is just whole new job situation. Everything is just brand new.
Yeah.
Like I really got a chance to start clean and start fresh with everything. And although sometimes it doesn't feel like it's, what's the word I'm looking for? Not positive, but like, I don't know. There's like been a lot of times, and still kind of where I feel like I don't know where I'm going because it's so fresh. You know, you get used to kind of being in the motion of doing things, and to have literally every aspect of that not disrupted, but you know, changed. Just like, what do I do? I don't understand. Like even with small things, like when me and you were talking about living together and everything, and I was like, you know, like you want to be like, what's mine is mine, what's yours is yours, or you want to split everything. You're just like, we're just gonna split it,
right?
The fuck. And I'm like, oh, you know, I wasn't used to that,
right?
I'm trying to, I don't know, girl. I'm trying to get acclimated too.
Yeah, I feel like starting over can be a good thing, because you need that sometimes. You know, some people get so used to being in that same everyday motion that they get unhappy and they get settled in their lives, and then they like forget about goals and stuff that they wanted to accomplish. I know, like, what comes to mind for me is like a lot of our parents, their generation, they settle with a lot of stuff because they had kids at the wrong time maybe, or they wasn't where they wanted to be when they had kids, so they had to stop doing something in their life to do something else to make sure that they provided for their family. And a lot of the times people get stuck in like jobs that they don't really want to work at, they never really wanted to work at. And then I know it can be hard on us sometimes, because it's kind of like, oh, well, my parents did X, Y, and Z, or they sacrificed whatever, you know, to give me what I have or whatever, and I should be grateful and stuff like that. But at the same time, like, I feel like it's okay for somebody to be like, okay, well, I'm finished raising you, I'm finished whatever this part of my chapter in my life is, and I could go ahead and do what I really wanted to do, accomplish my dreams, and like, you know, really do stuff that makes me happy and not just day-to-day, like everyday type stuff, like, you know.
Yeah,
and
like,
I think people forget that.
Like every day I feel more and more comfortable with like just having like a freelance job lifestyle. And it's crazy because like, you know me, and if you know me, I was standing 10 toes down besides like having a corporate job and doing that, and you know, having time on that burrito is it. And having the time on the side to just, you know, do the things I want to engage in. But ever since all of this started and everything, yeah, and I've been doing these like little small freelance jobs and stuff, I'm like, I kind of prefer this, to be able to work when I want to, when I need to, and just live the life I want to have.
Yep.
Like, looking for corporate jobs again, this doesn't even
excite you anymore.
It doesn't. I'm like, I don't want to do that no more.
Yep.
That's not what I'm interested in. I want to build me up. I want to do this. I want to do that. And it's crazy. I also feel like starting over in whatever aspect of life it may be, it shows a sign of growth and maturity.
I feel like I kind of, like, this is kind of for me too, even though we're talking to y'all about it. Like, I feel like this is kind of for me because I started completely over, moving all the way to Atlanta, where L'Oreal is the only person that I really have out here. I'm used to having my family and, like, you know, my friends around me. If ever I need something, if ever I fall short, like, my mom is right there.
I'm all she needs.
Which my family and stuff is still right there for me, but it's not like a 5-minute drive away to their house anymore. It's more like a skip, jump, and a hop before they could get to me, which is like so new. And every day, like, problems and, like, you know, stuff like that arises. It's just like something that happens that make me be like, oh, I want to go home. And then I realize, like, I came out here for a reason. I need to explore that, and I really need to just get used to actually being out here and being in this environment. It's easy for you to give up when you're doing something new, but it's harder and it's worthwhile when you actually stay and stick it out and actually get what you came to gain, like, you know, from whatever situation it may be. So I feel like this episode, you know, it's kind of for me, a little bit for y'all, but, you know, mostly for
Not a little bit for y'all. But I agree that, like, being able to stick something out when you set your mind to it and everything's important, but it's also important too to know when to let something go.
True. Relationships. I'm sorry, that's what I just thought about when you said that. I don't know if that's where you was going, but that's immediately what I thought about. But you could continue.
No, because it's like with anything, like with anything, like whether it be a job, well, I guess everything is a form of relationships.
Yeah.
But you're talking about like romantic relationships.
But no,
but like
friendships too.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you have to know when to let something go because it's not benefiting you, you're not able to grow. Or if it's like a relationship, whether it be a friendship or a romantic one, family relationships, if it's just not beneficial, if it's not giving you any type of positive feel, like you have something, or if it's toxic, because toxic relationships can give you positive feels sometimes, and you're like, okay, you know, I'm gonna stay a little bit longer, but overall it's negative. You gotta know when to let that go. Is that Billy? Oh, okay. You have to know when to let that type of stuff go. I know when I had to let my last little dog go.
Oh, it's okay. Pepper miss you.
I miss her too. Hurt my little heart.
It's okay. She happy though.
She is. She playing with poodles. She living her best life. I'm trying to be like her when I grow up.
I feel like in terms of look at me, aspects. What the fuck am I trying to see? Let's start this part over. I feel like in terms of relationships, as far as friendships, family relationships, and like romantic relationships, a lot of people get so caught up on they've been knowing that person for a long time and they just so used to having that person in their life, they're scared to move on and like find new friends because that's not always easy. They just
people weird.
They just so used to depending on a person or having that person in their life that they don't want to start over, but actually starting over can be, good for you. Don't stick in a relationship that's hindering your growth, that's making you unhappy. That's like, a lot of times I feel like those kind of relationships are mentally abusive for people. And they don't really realize it until after the relationship. But while they're in it, it's just like, oh, well, I don't want to start over. I don't want to meet somebody new. I don't want to have to deal with that whole dating process of getting to know somebody, like getting to know one another process again. And which I understand is hard, it's frustrating. It's like you never really know if this person gonna work, so you're jumping from this person to that person or whatever. But I feel like that's so much more beneficial to you personally, for you to be able to go out there and explore and really see what you want or what you like, because being in a relationship that doesn't make you happy, friendship, whatever, it's just gonna continue to get worse, and that weighs down on you mentally, spiritually, eventually, and then like you turn into a person who you don't even know anymore.
And it's even when you do finally leave, if you do leave, it's even worse than if you would have left earlier. Because it's just been going on and things have been building up and pestering everything. And another thing that makes like starting over difficult for a lot of people is social media. Because people post everything, everywhere, all the time. So, if you've been working at Google ever since you graduated and you're doing good and everything, but they got random layoffs or some shit, I don't know, and now you out looking for a job or something, like you feel some type of way because you feel like everyone else is gonna look at you weird or something. Or if you're starting a new relationship, people are like, oh, what happened to this person or that person? Like, that's none of your business.
Especially when you've been somewhere or with somebody for a long time, it's like, oh, I thought you wasn't gonna never leave that place or that job or that person. And then it's kind of like you thinking in your head, like, damn, I didn't think I was gonna ever leave that situation either. But like I said, everything happens for a reason. You can't let other people's comments and views of your life affect how you actually feel, because they don't know what's going on. They're on the outside looking in, so only you know what's actually going on. So don't let that affect you, because that situation may not have been good for you, but they don't know that. They only see the happy pictures that you post on Instagram. There's just like a lot of people, like couples, they're happy on Instagram, but they fuss every day in real life. You see somebody posting on the grind at work all the time, but they busting their ass for a job that don't give two fucks about them. So don't let what other people do or say or think about you affect how you actually live your life.
Yeah, I feel like social media's made it real hard for people to kind of accept certain things in their life. Cause it's like once you post something,
it's there.
They know now.
Even if you delete it, somebody
saw it.
Somebody that screenshotted it, told their partner, whatever. Is there somebody group message?
Somebody saw it, regardless. I'm sorry, this video is so good, girl.
I thought you said you wasn't going to eat the whole thing.
I don't think I was. But this was delicious. You might be Mexican after all. No. But yeah, man. Live your life.
Live your best life.
For you. Live your life for you. No matter how many times you gotta restart, jumpstart, whatever other types of starts there are. Go on and do it.
Starting over is hard, but it is really worth it. Because if I was scared to start over, I wouldn't have never left the previous job that I was at. Because I was doing really well. Like, I was my doctor's first assistant. I was second in command. Like, I had a lot of, like, promotions in the process happening for me before I left that job. And I left that job to move to Atlanta to just become a regular assistant. Like, no power, like, nothing. And that's okay. I'm okay with that. I know my work. I know my value. I know how I work. So I know eventually, if I were to stay in this job field, it's nothing for me to find an office or a job or something like that that knows my potential and sees my potential and want me to be more than just an assistant. So don't let that affect what you have going on. Know your worth. That is very important. And I know people say this all the time, but it is very important for you to know your worth and stick by that. Don't let nobody else tell you that you are less than what you are, because they don't know. Only you know. Okay?
And had you not came out here, had you not left the job, you wouldn't have came out here. Brunch with Besties would not exist.
Happening.
You wouldn't be playing the Wii with me once a month.
Do not start this.
I'm gonna see if I get twice a month.
Maybe. I don't know.
I'll see what happens. A few little experiences we had. We want to be there when I first started driving. Girl, so much. So much. Like, 2020 has been so much.
2020 has been a lot of blessings in disguise for me. And I really appreciate that. Even though it has been a shitty year overall, there has been a lot of stuff that has happened in my life that I'm grateful for. Even though I'm still trying to get through this little rough patch that I'm going through. I still have like really most of my days are like really good days. So I'm really like eternally grateful for that.
Yeah, like if Corona wouldn't have happened, I would not have this house. Wouldn't.
I probably wouldn't have got a job as fast as I got a job.
Wouldn't. Probably. You probably wouldn't be out here, because I'd just be in a different apartment. Because I was going to break that lease. I was leaving there. I could not be there anymore. But I'd probably just be in a different apartment. Would not have this house. Probably still wouldn't have a car. Yeah, I would not still have a car.
She wouldn't know how to drive. She gets so much better, y'all. Oh my gosh.
So much better. I'll be merging.
This is one of the best breakfasts that we had.
This was really good.
I know.
We both finished. Well, I finished more than you did, but
I don't never finish all my.
You don't. But yeah, I be merging, y'all. Getting on the interstate, but ooh, getting over in my lanes and everything.
You know we always gotta get off topic.
I be going around people when they be slow.
But her talking about her driving just made me realize think about, because this is an everyday problem for me. I hate the way y'all drive out here in Atlanta. I just think y'all can't drive. Then y'all be aggressive. I don't have time. Guess what? I don't care if you ride my ass. That's gonna make me go slower. I don't care if you flash your high beams at me. That's going to make me go slower. Like my grandma used to say, go around me or go over me, bitch.
90 miles per hour behind me. And I was like, let me get over it, because I'm not ready to die. I don't have time for this. You could have gotten over and you chose not to. And you know what that is? Petty. Childish.
Y'all gonna catch me on a bad day one day, and guess what? I'm gonna fucking slam on my motherfucking brakes and somebody's gonna be in the back of me, and y'all gonna be buying me a new fucking car since y'all won't fucking play with me. Cause that shit don't make no goddamn sense. Like, why the fuck?
Take us all out.
No, fuck that. You ain't gonna take me out, but your insurance company gonna be writing me a nice ass check, bitch, to give me another car. Cause that shit don't make no sense. Like, where the fuck y'all be going? That's damn important.
Nowhere.
And if you late, you should have woke up on time.
That's not my fault. Poor planning on your end does not mean. Oh, how that quote go?
I don't know.
How does that quote go?
I don't know.
Fuck. How does that quote? I'm gonna Google it. One moment. I'm Teshay. Why don't believe me when I just say it?
Cause you can't just say you me.
What am I on? A lack of planning on your part does not constitute an emergency on my part. Period. That's not my problem at all. If you had somewhere to be 30 minutes ago, you should have woke up 30 minutes ago and got in your car. That don't have nothing to do with me. I'm just trying to go to the store. I'm trying to go to Kroger and get some fresh produce.
Period.
Okay? Some bell peppers and onions. We stay out of onions.
And bell peppers, honestly.
Honestly.
At least y'all know we know how to season our food.
If there's anything that's always in here, it's eggs and wine. Wine and eggs. Always got that.
I mean, the two most important things that we need for our show. So,
you know, we have those on deck. Y'all will get a meal out of us. One way or another. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, dig.
You feel me?
Oh, girl.
Anywho, I don't know. I ain't got nothing to say.
I don't have nothing to say either. I was about to ask you if you had something to say.
No, I ain't got nothing to say. You ain't got nothing to say?
I don't got nothing to say.
I guess we done.
Damn, this was a short episode.
But it was impactful.
It was. I like this topic.
It came with a punch.
Mhm.
And that's what's important. You know? I think men think their penises can be like that, like short and impactful. But it's not. It's never like that.
I wasn't ready.
It's never like that.
I was not ready, y'all. I swear.
If it's short, it's not impactful. It's not.
I found a new nail tech today. I'm in love. That's all. That's my last remark.
Bye, y'all. We will see y'all next week.
It's my birthday.